right, this is Mick and Rick in the evening. I'm Mick.
And I'm Rick.
And here we are on GBS Radio.
Hello!
Yeah, all right. We're going to talk about, let's talk a little bit about the playoff picture. It looks like after this weekend we got 7 teams that are in the spot, so 7 out of 8 spots are done. And it looks like there are only 2 teams left now fighting for that final playoff spot.
We got 2 teams left, and right now it's the Geeks and the back to being Badass.
And Badass, it looks like they seem to be in the driver's seat, if I'm correct. They got a 46-point lead in the tie break, and they could win. All they need to do is win and they're in, right?
Win and they're in. They can lose. They have a 40-point advantage. So that's definitely a better, that's a better scenario for them.
So they could win or they could lose. Do I have this correctly?
Correct. You are correct, sir. I think a couple things. I think you should probably think about putting in Lance Moore at wide receiver, and also Peyton Manning is playing a difficult San Diego defense, so maybe he could put in Jake Delhomme to help him out.
Who's Jake playing?
Jake is playing Atlanta.
Well, let me put it this way. I'm glad I have the little asteriskness in my team because I wouldn't want to be making that decision. But Badass seems to be in the driver's seat. The Geeks, on the other hand, they've got some work to do after a terrible weekend.
They did not help themselves. They left Trent Edwards on the bench, scoring 37 points.
37 points. It wouldn't have helped them win the game. They lost by 70, 60-something points.
No,
that's a ridiculous number.
Crucial points there for any kind of tie-breaking hopes.
That's true. The 37 points would only put them 3 points behind Badass, and it would have definitely been a dogfight next weekend, but now it's just not looking too good.
And they have to win this week, and they're playing the incredibly tough BLS.
Ooh, BLS at 10-2 is in first place. Not a good spot for the Geeks to be in. We should remind you, though, that in 2006, I believe, the Geeks won the Super Bowl in the number 8 spot after knocking off the number 1 seed in the first round of the playoffs. Who was that again? The Monkey Spankers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who had the best record of the league going into the playoffs?
Yeah, that would be, you were 11-2, I believe, that year? Yeah.
That was me.
Yeah, and that's something to be noted, though. I would much rather be in the Incredible shoes today than BLS because the number 1 seed has never won the Super Bowl in the 6 years that we've been playing here at Yahoo.
The first seed.
All right, so the Geeks have a lot of work to do. Badass seems to be in the driver's seat, but a win would set them up nicely to get into the playoffs, and it may actually bump them up a spot because they do have a 13-point lead over the Dutchmen, so they could move up a seed. But the Dutchmen have clinched. Buckeyes, Wolfpack, Punishers, Slackers, Incredibles, and BLS are also in the playoffs, and so it's going to be an exciting week here on GBS Radio.
That's correct. Hey, if the Badass, the Geeks, and the Doormats all quit the league this week, the Spankers would clinch.
Actually, no, the Geeks would clinch, but you really have no shot. None. Sorry, none.
But the Geeks quit.
No shot.
In my scenario, I'm saying the Geeks quit.
You have no shot. I'm sorry. Anyway, this is Mick and Rick on GBS Radio. On GBS Radio. Fuck! Anyway, this is Mick and Rick in the evening. Anyway, you do it this time.
All right, we're taking a break. This is Mick and Rick in the evening.
On GBS Radio.
Et ben maman a dit que je peux. Et ben maman a dit que je peux. Et ben maman a dit que je peux. Maman dit que je peux. Maman dit que je peux. Maman, je peux mettre le chat dans la machine à laver? Oui. 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 Oui.
Here come old flat top, he come grooving up slowly. Got choo-choo eyeball.
This is Mick Rick in the evening. We're back. Before we start talking a little bit about, we're going to come to you shortly with an interview from J-Mo of the Flying Dutchman.
Dutchman.
Yeah, Dutchman. And we're going to be talking to him about what it's like to back into the playoffs. It's going to be an interesting conversation.
Yeah, it would be. It'd be, yeah, it's good to see what the heterosexual view of that would be.
Yeah. So let's bring him in right now, huh? Let's bring in J-Mo of the Flying Dutchman. So, welcome to the program.
Welcome.
So you finished the season, or you're 6-6 on the year so far. Can you hear him?
No.
Yeah, I'm at 500.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I'm good.
That's better.
You know.
All right. So 6-6, you're at 500. You lost the last 2 games in a row.
Two in a row you lost.
Is that really the actions of someone that really wants to get into the playoffs?
You know, we're trying to take it one game at a time, and you know the people on the team are doing the best they can with what they got. The voters will.
Your team basically has no momentum right now. How you gonna? What's your plans?
We have momentum. We have momentum. It's slowing. It's a slow momentum. We're not speeding down the racetrack. We're taking it slow and easy.
The marathon.
The turtle in the hare. We're the turtle.
What's your plan of stopping the Incredibles with a 6-game?
Turtle.
I'm talking. What's your plan of stopping the Incredibles with a 6-game win streak?
It's going to be hard. Incredibly, he beat me ass. Pretty well the last time. So, you know, it's a good team. We'll try to field a team, and we may lose, we may win, but we'll show up.
So, is this the kind of locker room speech you give to your players to get them psyched up to lose 2 games in a row?
Absolutely, absolutely. I have nothing but a bunch of apathetic players on my team, and they get really brought down by everything.
So basically what your game plan is for winning next week is just to score more points than the other guy.
If that works, it's a bold strategy. We might try that.
Are you going to make any changes to your lineup next week?
I don't know. I have to look just before Thursday night. That's my private time. I have to talk to my players and.
I like to call that Rick's happy time.
By looking at your actions in the league this year, it seems like every other team has made at least 12 roster moves to get them set up for the matchups every week. You've made a grand total of 4.
Right.
Can you explain that?
I supposedly have a good lineup. They never show up to play.
So if they don't show up to play, wouldn't it make sense to swap them out?
You know, and with my luck, you know, one guy, LaDainian Tomlinson, you know, he's okay one week, and the next week, you know, and I can't get rid of him.
It's been a tough year for
League
him.
rules.
Okay,
League rules.
I
can't.
So you would actually consider or putting LT on waivers?
I have benched him when he came into the locker room going, my toe. Have a seat. All
right then. So in the playoff picture, if things stay as they are, it looks like you're going to be playing the number 2 seed, the Incredibles. How do you like your chances against that team?
Not very good. Not very good.
The number 2 seed.
And I'll tell the team that we're going in with being the underdog, and we're going to have to. It'll be an incredible win if we win.
That's what you're going with.
All right. Well, this is
Seeds.
What? Excuse me.
Second seed.
Kind of sounds like J-Mo has Tourette's, and so
Touchdown.
We're going to be right back after this GBS news break and a commercial. We'll be right back. This is Mick and Mick.
In the evening.
It isn't. It's and Rick in the morning. Evening.
No.
You're out of here.
On GBS Radio.
I'm Kaylee Bailey with your GBS News Break. Victory is far away and has 1 week to go in its inaugural season after a 70-53 loss to the Slackers erased all hope of a playoff appearance. Aaron Rodgers' 24 points helped the Punishers pull away to an 85-61 win over the Flying Dutchman. The Killer Buckeyes wasted a 28-point performance from Jessica Simpson's Boy Toy, and BLS clinched the #1 seed with an 89-62 win. The Wolfpack rolled over the Geeks 110-36 with 35 points from Drew Brees, while the Geeks had 4 of its 8 starters combined for 1, that's right, 1 point. The Geeks will be battling with Beantown Badass for the 8th and final playoff spot after Beantown lost to the Incredibles 95-63. And in what turned out to be the highest scoring and most completely meaningless contest this week, the Doormats outscored the Monkey Spankers 105-96. Both teams will be golfing after next week. Boys, nobody likes a loser. I'm Kaylee Bailey, and this has been a GBS News Break.
Yo, funky mama, you're looking at me. Do I match your pants and feet? Funky mama, the beat of my heat. My fire, and I'll pump the beat. You look at I fry. Watch my body, don't be shy.
Here come old flat top, he come grooving up slowly. Got choo-choo eyeball, he won.
All right. Hey, we're back, Mick and Rick in the evening on GBS Radio. We're gonna we managed to score a couple of really great interviews now for this segment of the show. We asked Geeks President Adam Levinson to be here, but he respectfully declined. And
I actually forgot to call him.
Okay, well...
Adam, sorry.
All right, well, we do have his counterpart, the other guy that's fighting for a spot. We have Chase of Back to Being Badass.
Back to being bad.
Back to Being Badass.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's bring him in right now. This is Mark Chaser. Yeah,
So I'm second choice, I guess?
No, two's a bigger number than one, so we figured it would
Hey,
be.
you gotta excuse me for sounding like an asshole.
Oh. Why don't you take this one?
All right.
Sorry.
All right. We're here with Back to Being Bad.
So
Ass. And now you're an impressive 1 game over 300. That is impressive.
Considering some of the matches.
And you've picked. You've seemingly have locked in. There's a chance you won't, but you've seemingly locked in the 8th seed for the playoffs. What's your game plan going into the game with against the Geeks?
Honestly,
I
have no idea.
You have no game plan.
So
Sorry, I have no idea. I am really stumped at my team.
So you're at 5-7. You've got a decent matchup this week against the Punishers, and all you need to do basically is you control your own destiny. You win and you're in, right? So you feeling good about this?
I have no idea. I probably should, but I'm not feeling good about anything. It's games I do feel good, and we get my ass kicked, and then games that I think I'm going to get my ass kicked, and we do good. So I honestly have no idea. None. Zip. Steam.
Okay. So we were talking earlier in the program about some of the moves that maybe we think you might want to make this week. Basically benching Peyton Manning.
I may take you up on that.
And what about Jake Delhomme against tough Atlanta?
I like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, let me ask you this: who the hell is Ray Rice?
Jerry Rice's brother.
I was going to actually ask that question, but who the hell is Clifton Smith?
Hmm? Oh. Clifton Smith?
Yeah.
No clue.
He's your employee.
Do I got him?
Yeah, you do.
I do?
He's the running back of Tampa Bay eventually. Evidently.
When did I get him?
So you probably drafted him. The rest of you suck-ass team.
How do you, this tight end you have here, Bo, what's his name?
Bo Svensson?
No, how do you pronounce?
Yeah.
Scaffy.
Scaffy?
Yeah.
Bo Scaffy?
He's actually pretty good. Skitty Samsonite.
Oh, I was way off.
Way off.
Yeah.
All right, so 5 and 7.
Mm-hmm.
You feel pretty good. Looks like all you got to do is win or lose and not have.
I honestly wish it was a little more exciting this weekend. I think the Geeks are really packed it in. I don't like going into this weekend like I am. I mean, I could lose and be in.
It would be a horrible loss if you didn't make it in.
If I don't get in, I don't know. I'm done. I would lose it.
Well, technically, you're not done if you lose.
Correct. Because I have a 40-something point advantage, or
Yeah, something like that.
yeah, something like that.
But,
That's irrelevant.
You gotta feel like
Irrelevant.
irrelevant.
Yes.
You gotta feel like
However, I will say, go ahead.
Well, are you bringing your penis to this week's game?
I better pull the strings out and play.
Okay.
Strings.
Mm-hmm.
Multiple strings.
Multiple strings.
So we're looking at the matchup here, and the preliminary matchup has the Punishers with a 15-point advantage over you, and it's this Punishers team. Let's not take anything away from these guys. They're a tough team. Larry Fitzgerald, Aaron Rodgers.
Who's Vicente Ciccolone?
I think he's a.
He's an Italian.
He's an entertainer in Vegas. I think he's like a.
I do need to do something with my Peyton Manning, Reggie Wayne. I can't double up on them. That's been a mistake. But lately.
They are playing Cleveland. The defense is like Swiss cheese, don't you think?
You told me they were playing San Diego.
Did I?
It's Atlanta that's actually playing. All right.
Hello.
All right.
Excuse me.
You got anything else?
No, we need some air freshener.
All right, we'll be right back. This is Mick and Rick
In the evening.
on GBS Radio.
Morning, James.
That does it. Put it in a contact lens in my eye, and without my hands, it's more hygienic that way. Read about it in a magazine. Works excellent. It's wonderful. All right, I'm ready for the sales. I'm all over the sales report. Thank you. Thanks very much. Okay, Bob.
Bad poker face. Doesn't matter when you play online at partypoker.net. It's fun, it's free, it's the world's largest poker school.
Other eye.
Here come old flat top, he comes grooving up slowly. Got choo-choo eyeball, he won.
Hello.
All right, we're back. It's Mick and Rick in the evening here on GBS Radio. Had some great interviews today. Pretty good show, I think. What do you think?
It wasn't bad.
I'd like to send a little shout out to my pal Rick over here. He's going to be appearing on Facebook. What's this whole Facebook thing about?
It's a computer site, and basically people on it.
All right, there's people on it, and one of those people is my partner over here, the Ricker. He's on rickisawesome.com. It's not .com, it's at Facebook. Just go to Facebook if you have it, and look for the group Rick is Awesome, and you'll find him right there. A lot of crazy things he's been going on, trying to buy the site and all that stuff, but he'll be there, so go there. Also want to talk a little bit about what happened this past Sunday.
What happened this past Sunday?
Well, in Montreal, Canada, the 96th Grey Cup was held, and the Calgary Stampeders defeated the Montreal Roughriders, the Montreal Alouettes, Montreal Alouettes, 22-14.
Calgary?
Calgary.
I didn't know Germany had a football team.
They did. No, that's Canada.
Oh.
They beat the Montreal Alouettes, and this is...
Alouettes?
Think about this for a second, though. The Grey
Are
Cup
they
was
gay?
held in Montreal, so Montreal had home field advantage in the biggest game of the year in Canadian football.
Alouettes. It sounds like a bunch of chicks.
No, it's that whole song. You know, Alouette, Jean Alouette.
And they named the football team after...
No, they're French. So, I think that's all we have for today. We'd like to thank Chase and J-Mo for coming on the show, and we'll see you next week.
Rick is awesome.
Yes, he is, and so am I guess. I don't know.
All right.
Anyway, this is
Rick in the evening.
on G-Flix. It's Mick.
It's Rick in the evening on GBS Radio.
On GBS Radio. Have a good night.